Why don't we just go and talk about and listen to his speech? This is in Mar-a-Lago. This looks so American, doesn't it? Yeah, the Republican Party has the aesthetic down. Yeah, all these American flags, this Roman architecture. USA, USA,
I want to thank
USA.
you all for being here tonight. It's a very special occasion.
Thank you for being here, Trump.
You and all of
You're
those
a
watching
content
are
machine.
the heart and soul of this incredible movement, the greatest country in the history.
You know that room smells like death. Okay?
Greatest country in
You
the
know that
history
room smells like
of
death.
the world.
And the worst old kind of cologne you can imagine.
Oh, it smells like old people in there, dude. It smells like the worst, like, nursing home you've ever been in. Probably like a Florida nursing home where they don't take showers and they're all sweaty all the time. Ew.
Never been anything like it, and perhaps there will
Never been
be
anything like it.
again. There's never been anything to compete with what we have all done.
What we have all done, yeah.
Ladies and
because he's done so much, yeah.
My distinguished guests and my fellow citizens.
My fellow
starts
Americans.
right now.
America's comeback starts right now,
Draco
baby.
Noir
Let's go.
and sulfur.
2 years ago, when I left office, the United States stood
He knows
ready
how to
for
play
its
to his
golden age.
audience.
Our nation was
For
at
real.
the pinnacle of power, prosperity, and prestige,
The
towering
pinnacle
above all
of power,
rivals, vanquishing
prosperity.
all enemies, and striding into the future, confident and so strong. In
So
4 short
strong,
years,
so very
everybody was
strong.
Doing great. Men, women, African Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic
African-
Americans, everybody was
Hispanic
thriving
Americans,
like
everybody loved me. Everybody loved what a great job I was doing as president. All the blacks, they loved me. All the Hispanics for Trump. They're all voting for me. Believe me.
never before. We turned the page on decades
Never
of
before.
globalist sellouts and one-sided trade deals, lifted millions out of
Globalist
poverty, and
sellouts.
together we built the greatest economy
what?
in the history of the world. When the virus hit our shores, I took decisive
Greatest
action
economy,
to save
believe
lives
me.
and the U.S. economy.
Oh, he does mention the virus. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was going to mention COVID because like the whole COVID era is just such a stain on his legacy, and like he handled COVID so poorly. But hey, he's men, women, African Americans, they love me, folks. Yeah, all the people dead from COVID are not doing good, right? I bet they didn't support you all that much, right? I mean, in their last dying moments, they probably, at least some of them, realized what a shitty job he did. Yeah, I didn't think he would mention COVID because, like, he was so embarrassed by COVID and, like, all the shit that happened under COVID, like, embarrassed him. Like, how he would never wear a mask. He kept trying to open up the country. Oh my god, remember was it in April? Or like a month into the pandemic, he was like, "We're gonna have the country open by Easter. We're gonna open the country up back just in a few weeks." Whereas like, it's almost 2023 now, and we're still dealing with COVID. It's like, yeah, it's all just wishful thinking. It's all like, we're rounding the turn. Believe me, folks, we're rounding the turn on the virus. He was saying we're rounding the turn for like 6 months, and it's like, how long is it gonna take us to round this turn? This is the roundest turn, the longest turn in American history. Anyway, but of course he's going to say, "Oh, I did a great job on COVID. Believe me, I did such a good job on COVID. I did all the vaccines. If it weren't for me, we never would have even had a vaccine." Totally, folks. Believe me, you got to be thanking me for those vaccines. Which is funny because a lot of anti-vaxxers support him, but he's got to tread that line really thinly, really carefully, right? Yeah, he's gonna say like, "Oh, I did such a good job on COVID. If it weren't for me, it would have been 2 million, 3 million dead."
And by October of the same year, America was roaring back with the #1 fastest economic recovery ever recorded. How about that?
Wait, October of 2020? Yeah, the economy was still not doing great in October. I mean, yeah, economy was doing better, sure. I mean, relative to like the beginning of the pandemic, but like, I mean, actually, October. That's a funny date to choose because it was in November that the virus came roaring back, right? That was the third wave, because there was the first wave in the spring, second wave in the summer, and then it died down, and then it was after November that like the third wave came along. It was really like after the election, really, because like I remember like right after the election, everyone was out in the streets just partying. There was not a lot of concern about the virus, but then after that, oh, the third wave, that dark winter, oh god, that was awful. Yeah, so it's funny, like, oh yeah, things are going fine in October, right before I lost the election, but then yeah, things were not okay after October.
But the incoming administration, and all they had to do was just sit back and watch. Inflation was non-existent. Our southern border was by far the strongest.
Inflation was non-existent. What does that mean? Inflation is always going up. Like, inflation is always positive. We never have deflation here in America. I guess he's saying like inflation was normal at a healthy level, which is, of course, that's another like blaming everything on your political opponent's shtick. That yeah. He's not even saying like, oh, Biden did this thing that caused inflation, or yeah, what is he saying? Like, oh, all Biden had to do was sit back and watch as our glorious economy kept going, but they ruined it. How did they ruin it exactly? What did they do? Was it the spending bills that they passed? Was it the infrastructure bill? Was it the what was it actually? Yeah, it's all just such vague shit.
Ever. And because the border was so
Best
tight, drugs
ever.
were coming into our country at the lowest level in many, many years. Importantly, after decades of rising energy costs, the United States had finally attained the impossible dream of...
Yeah, inflation is non-existent. Inflation was at 0%, believe me, folks.
American energy independence, which...
Yeah, I wish I could just say words this confidently and have like millions of people like just buy it.
would have turned into energy dominance. For the first time in...
Energy independence, which is to turn into energy dominance. Yeah, I don't know. If we were truly energy independent, then we wouldn't be relying on Russia for like so much oil and gas. Or yeah, we are importing a lot of oil and gas, and really the only way to be truly energy independent is by doing a lot of green renewable energy and nuclear energy, of course. I'm not scared of nuclear, but yeah, Trump is not for any of that shit. That's all the Green New Deal.
memory, China was reeling and back on its heels. Never seen that before, because the United States was outdoing them on every single front, and China was paying billions and billions of dollars in taxes. Them on every single front, and China was paying billions and
China was paying billions and billions of dollars in taxes. Believe me, folks, they were paying for that wall. They were paying for all the trade deficits. Believe me, I had them. I had China on their heels, but now China is coming back because weak, sleepy Joe Biden can't stand up to Xi.
Billions of dollars in taxes and tariffs. The farmers know that because they got 28 billion of it. No president had ever sought or received $1 for our country from China until I came along, and we were getting hundreds of billions of dollars. Many people from China until I came. No president had ever sought or received $1 for our country from China until I came.
No president has gotten money from China until I came along. I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure China was paying plenty of tariffs for trading with America. I'm sure Trump raised those tariffs, but again, that caused a whole trade war with China, which did negatively affect like the trade and like farmers, ironically.
Came along,
billions.
And we were getting hundreds of billions of dollars. Many people think that because of this, China played a very active role in the 2020 election. Just saying.
Just saying. I'm just saying, folks. We're saying, many people are saying this, that China had a big role to play in the 2020 election. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they stole it. I'm just saying they had it. Yeah, talk about Russia collusion. Republicans are hysterical about China now. If liberals are hysterical about Russia, then what are Republicans doing about China?
Who? No one thinks
Sure, that
that.
didn't happen.
Yeah,
That's not even
Instead
a
of jobs and
conspiracy that
taxes,
people
leaving
think.
America to China.
yeah. Like, is that even a thing? Like, China stole the election? I thought it was Biden, and I thought it was like the Democratic Party that stole the election. But it's China that stole the election now. Like, since when?
Who thinks that? They say like
Yeah,
even Cuba and Che Guevara and shit, but I've never heard like people be like China.
Business.
Yeah, they're like Venezuelan like election. They didn't say Che Guevara. They said it was Hugo Chavez, or like the system that Hugo Chavez set up for stealing elections, right? But yeah, just saying, folks. Just saying, China didn't like me, and that's why they stole the election for sleepy Joe Biden.
We're pouring back because of our historic tax.
They think it now.
But
But you're asking, they think it now.
Yeah, they think it now 'cause you told them to.
Was able to produce, and he produced a lot. China, Russia, Iran, and
produced
North
a lot.
Korea were in
Iran.
check. Respected. They respected the United States, and quite honestly, they respected me. Knew that well.
They
North
respected
Korea
me.
had not launched a single
Believe me.
long-range missile since my summit with Chairman Kim Jong-un.
Oh,
Nearly
they
3
didn't.
years before we developed a relationship.
Little
And that's
rocket
a
man.
good thing, not a bad thing.
Kim Jong-un.
Very good thing, actually. So look at what's happening.
Yeah, all those dictators, all those big daddy strongmen, they respected me because I'm one of them. Because I'm also a big, strong boy.
Today. My opponents made me out to be a warmonger and just a terrible person who would immediately go into war. They
He's a
said
terrible
during
person. They said I'm such a terrible person. I'm such a victim.
the 2016 campaign that if he becomes president.
Bro, you literally used the mother of all bombs like 3 days into your presidency.
Oh yeah, he did do the
And you
Moab.
assassinated a foreign head of state.
I've done
Does he mean Soleimani? Yeah, that was yeah, Iran really respected America after you killed their heroic general. Yeah, that was the previous time World War III was trending. Like, now it's trending because of like, yeah, it's trending right now because of and NATO is trending. Oh no, oh god. World War III is gonna happen now, and it's actually gonna happen because it's against Russia, who has nukes. But yeah, assassinating Soleimani did not make Iran respect you or America. It made them hate America and you even more. Yeah. Now Iranians want your head on a platter, Trump. Oh well, at least the nationalists like Iranian, because like there was a whole like movement in Iran, but like we'll talk about that sometime.
decades without.
Why
a
are
war.
we?
The first
He
president
drone
to do
strike
it.
more than Obama.
A period.
Facebook sent him.
Oh yeah, he did escalate the drones war. Yeah. Now Obama is no longer the droner in chief. It's Trump.
To its fact checkers this afternoon, telling them if Trump announced he's running for president tonight, they can no longer
fact check anything he says.
check anything he says.
Wait, Facebook says its fact checkers can no longer fact check Trump. Why?
That's awesome. Dude,
That's
things are
crazy.
getting so cool. Dude, I'm running for president. No more fact checking, baby.
Yeah. Fact check this guy. No more fact checkers. Yeah, no more debunkers. Actually, what you said was technically incorrect. Shut up, nerd.
Thank you very much. Under our
Fuck is
leadership,
that?
we were a great and glorious nation. Something you haven't heard for quite a long period. of
Shouldn't you
time.
be
We
fact
were a
checking him
strong
harder?
nation.
Like, what
More
the fuck?
importantly, we were a free nation. But now we
Yeah.
are a nation in decline. We are a
Yeah, why can't they fact check Trump? Because is Facebook on Trump's side now? Like what?
failing nation. For millions of Americans, the past 2 years under Joe Biden have been a time of pain, hardship, anxiety,
Millions and
despair.
millions.
As we speak, inflation is the highest in over 50 years. Gas prices have reached the highest levels in history.
Yeah,
and
gas
expected to go
prices
much
and
higher
inflation.
Now that the
Of course,
strategic
it's all the
national
same.
reserves, which I filled up, have been virtually drained in order to keep gas
He filled them up. Dude, he's saying he's
He filled
responsible
them
for
up.
Biden being able to lower gas
has
prices.
intentionally surrendered
I
our
filled them
energy
up.
independence.
That's wild.
I
There's no
filled
longer
up
even
the
a thought of
reserves.
dominance.
Which implies he knows that
We're
it's
now
good, that
begging
people
for
recognize.
energy help from foreign nations.
Oh yeah, he wants to take credit for Biden being able to lower gas prices. Yeah, he wants it's all the good things is actually on him.
Many
Yeah.
of whom find us detestable. The blood-soaked streets of our once
Detestable.
great cities are cesspools of violent crimes.
The blood-soaked streets. Oh gosh, yeah. So this is the appeal to like the crime the wave, which I mean, crime is up, but like it's not as bad as like the media wants you to believe. I did actually go over the whole crime thing on my video on Lee Zeldin. I actually have not been checking. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. A lot of dislikes. Ooh. Very controversial. Well, yeah. Yeah, the media plays up violent crime just because it gets the clicks, right? Because it gets the views. And of course, it helps right-wing politicians who are pro-police win elections. That's about it.
Which are being watched all over the world as leadership of other countries explain that this is what America and democracy is really all about. How sad. The United States has been embarrassed, humiliated, and weakened for all
Very
to see.
sad.
The disasters in Afghanistan, perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, where we
Of
lost
course,
lives,
Afghanistan.
left Americans behind, and surrendered $85 billion worth of the finest military equipment anywhere in the world. And Ukraine, which would have never happened if I were your president, or something.
Ukraine never happened if he was president.
Ukraine would never happen. Yeah. How so? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's because Putin respected him, right? It's because he was best buddies with Putin. Yeah. Some have theorized that Trump wanted to weaken NATO, right? And Russia was counting on Trump weakening NATO in his second term so that they could invade without like the threat of NATO standing up to them. But of course, yeah, Trump did not do that, and America sent a lot of money and weapons and support to Ukraine, and now, yeah, the war in Russia is not going very well. So yeah, again, yeah, I would like to know like what Trump would have done if Russia invaded Ukraine under his watch. Would he stand up to Putin, or would he be like, Putin is based, they should take over Ukraine because Ukraine is corrupt. Hunter Biden is making all those shady business dealings in Ukraine, believe me, I've got all the documents to prove it. Based nationalist imperialist Putin is taking back what's rightfully his,
The Democrats
or something.
That's something I've seen them admit over and over again.
All the Democrats, they're always admitting it because
Our
they're like, it's
enemies
good
are
that Ukraine's
speaking of
happening.
us with scorn and laughter and
Oh, yeah,
derision.
they're saying
Those
it
two
all the time.
events, but there are many more. Even just today, a missile was sent in probably by Russia to Poland, 50 miles into Poland. People are going absolutely wild and crazy, and they're not happy. They're very, very angry. Now we have
Very,
a
very
president
angry.
who falls asleep at global conferences, was held in contempt by
I
I
the
took the
Joe
walk to
Biden.
Poland.
over
Sleepy
Afghanistan.
Joe Biden.
Thanks to words of wisdom, he said thank you to the wrong country for inviting him to a major summit on the environment of all things.
It's kind of funny that he's shitting on Biden for misstating things when he always does that. Like, he did that
Yeah.
all the time during his presidency. He'd shake the wrong hands, he'd push world leaders, like he said he had all those goofs and gaps.
Too short.
Yeah, yeah, he's the king of gas. Trump is. Yeah, the idea like, yeah, he's criticizing Biden for the same shit. It's like, dude, you're that's you. If any, yeah, this is like two old men yelling at each other.
Years ago, you
And
cannot
I love
mention
it.
the nuclear word. It's too devastating.
The nuclear word, the N word.
Green New Deal and the
N-word, as I call it.
may affect us
I call it the
in 300
N-word,
years
yeah.
Is all that is talked about, and yet nuclear weapons, which would destroy the world immediately, are never even discussed as a major threat. Can you imagine? They say the ocean will rise 1/8 of an inch over the next 200 to 300
I'm in
years.
Florida, it's not
Don't
rising.
worry
1/8 of an
about
inch.
nuclear weapons that can take out entire countries. One
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a much more than 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, again, he's just making shit up.
shot. Something is wrong with their thinking. Under Biden and the radical Democrats, America has been mocked, derided, and brought to its knees, perhaps like never before.
It's kind of wild that he also he destroyed the denuclearization
It does not
agreement.
have to be this way.
Like, he single-handedly destroyed the denuclearization agreement with Iran. which Iran kept following, and he still sanctioned them. But if your goal is less nukes,
2
you
years
fucked that up.
ago, we were a great nation.
Yeah, he broke the Iran deal, and it's like, yeah, if Iran was like, oh, if you're going to sanction us either way, no matter what we do, we might as well start enriching uranium again, right? Like, why wouldn't we?
And soon we will be a great nation again.
It'll be a great nation again.
The decline of America is being forced upon us by Biden and the radical left lunatics running our
The
government
radical
right
left
into the ground.
Democrats,
This
believe me,
decline is not a
folks.
fate we must accept. When given the choice, boldly.
Yeah, how exactly are they doing this decline? Again, it's like, yeah, it's
Clearly,
the same shit over and over again. It's like, blame everything on your political opponents and they're never even like saying like, oh, it's this policy that caused like inflation to go up. They're not even, they don't even have an argument. It's really lazy. They're not even trying.
indirectly, I believe the American people will overwhelmingly reject the left's platform of national ruin, and they will embrace our platform of national greatness and glory to America.
Dude, it's so good. How can you defeat this man? He just said the left is doo-doo caca and I'm all the good things. That's like literally, that's his platform.
Yeah, it's literally, I'm for good things, I'm against bad things, and then once I get in office, I'm gonna stop all the bad things and start doing all the good things. Believe me, folks, we're gonna do so many good things. You're gonna get tired of all the good things that we're doing.
His platform is all the good things. They're doing the bad things, I'm doing the good things.
Yes.
Greatness and glory.
Far longer, in fact, than any third world country. Just a short time ago, the Republicans won back control of the House of Representatives.
It's not official yet, and yeah, they probably will, but like by a very razor-thin margin, like by like 3, 4, or 5 seats probably.
And it was with a great Trump-endorsed candidate,
No, it was not.
Congressman-elect Kevin Kiley.
One guy. He picks the one guy that he endorsed that actually won.
Who is a fantastic person.
Fantastic
A
person.
fantastic person.
Cool, Megalol.
And I'm very happy it was
Cool Megalol.
that did it. But we now won back. This happened just an hour ago. Much criticism is being placed on the fact that the Republican Party should have done better, and frankly, much of this blame is correct. But the citizens of our country have not yet realized the full extent and gravity of the pain our nation is going through. And
They don't realize. Trust me, bro. Just vote for us and we'll make everything better, bro. Yeah. You don't realize. If only you knew how bad things were.
total effect of the suffering is just starting to take hold. They don't quite feel it yet, but they will very soon. I have no doubt
You will
that by
soon.
2024,
What's he saying,
it
bro?
will sadly be much worse, and they
We're gonna see. They're all gonna see how bad things are very soon. Uh-oh. Trump's going Joker mode.
will see much more clearly what happened and
He's
what is happening
Joker-fied.
to our country, and the voting will be much different. 2024.
We're not letting Democrats vote ever again, believe me, folks. What, is he threatening the country is going to be worse? Like,
Are you getting ready?
I'm getting ready. We're gonna make the country so much worse. Oh, he drinks the water.
And I am.
Look at him drink water.
where's like,
Are you getting ready?
Look at him drink the water. He's like,
And I am too. We must remember
way he drinks
that
water is so
Republicans
funny.
won 5 million more votes.
and why don't you hydrate before the speech? Like this isn't like an hour-long speech. I don't know.
The largest margin in many, many years over the Democrats. 5 million more votes. That's a big thing. Breaking the
It's
radical
Hank Becker,
Democrats'
bro.
grip on Congress was crucial. So in other words, because of our great congressmen and all of our great congressmen and congresswomen, we've taken over Congress. Nancy Pelosi has been fired. Isn't that
you're fired, Nancy.
You're
I
fired.
told them, I said, if you just keep a little bit lower
She's
standard,
still
you're
like
gonna have a victory. They
the
said,
head of
let's
the
win by
Democrat
40 seats. Let's win
in the
by
House.
I said, if you win by 2 seats, be happy. But she's on her way to another country right now. She's been fired. But we always
She's been fired. She's out of the country. I mean, she's going to other countries all the time. That's what politicians do.
have known that
The big hat is on the
this
big
was not
guy.
the end. It was
The
only
big
the
guy.
beginning of our fight to rescue the American
Look.
dream. And it's a word you don't use. 2 words. I don't want to be a joke. It's 2 words.
Hell yeah, bro.
That was not good what he did.
Italian
A
Santa.
lot of bad things, like going to Idaho and
saying.
saying,
Italio
"Welcome to the state of
Santa."
Florida." I really love it. In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
It's happening, brother.
He said it.
It's
Let's
happening.
go.
Say Paul Pelosi's gang. He did it.
Say it.
This will not be my campaign. This will be our campaign all together. Because the
Our
only
campaign.
force strong enough to defeat the massive corruption you're up against is you, the American people. It's true. The American people, the greatest people on earth, we love them all. I am your voice.
The greatest people on
See,
earth.
he knows what
I
knows to
love
hit.
them all.
That's a no. That's a
The
bar.
Washington establishment
He's right.
wants to silence us, but
That's
we will
what hits.
not let them do that. What we have built together over the past 6
We will
years
not
is
be
the greatest
silenced.
movement in history because it is not about politics.
Oh, sure.
It's about our love for this great country, America, and we're not going to let it fail. I am running because I believe the world has not yet
I
seen
am running.
the glory of what this nation can be. We have not reached that pinnacle, believe it or not. In fact, we can go very far.
I'm gonna keep it real. The whole like the nation hasn't felt the pain yet. That's not a good line though. He's like, oh, the people don't know how bad it is yet. That's not a good bar.
Yeah, as in like things are gonna get worse before they get better. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what if that doesn't happen? It seems like things are going okay now. I mean, there was that recession scare, but I mean, we'll see. We might be going through. We might have gone through that already.
Victory, we will again build the greatest economy ever. Instead of putting America
greatest
last,
economy
as the Biden
ever.
administration has done very, very openly and bravely, because I can't imagine saying let's put America last. I think it takes courage. We will again put America first.
We will put 20,000 additional debt on college students on their student loans.
We're going to raise healthcare prices. We're gonna raise taxes on Democrats, and it's gonna be so fun. Those libs are gonna be so triggered, believe me.
Every worker and family struggling to survive in the Biden economy with inflation destroying your family.
Trump just sent me a text message.
This campaign will be for you.
What?
Help us
Announcing
on
that
the
he's
way
running
Joe
for
Biden
president.
has abolished America's borders.
Well,
We are going
he
to
texted
restore
his
and
own.
secure
It was crazy.
America's borders just like we had them before. Best ever. We will begin the process of safe.
All right, you've been listening to former President Donald Trump there, making it official, announcing that he will run for president in 2024. We have
They're cutting away from the speech. Fox News is.
another kind of vantage point
No.
in the room there. You can see.
Bro, I don't want to hear the Fox guy. What the
Literally
fuck? What does the chat say?
1984.
Oh, it's disabled. All right, someone give me the actual thing.
This is what's happening right now.
Bro, I don't care about this fucking goober, dog.
Joe Biden has also proven that he is committed
we're
to
back.
indoctrinating our children, even using the Department of Justice against
Indoctrinating
parents who object.
to-
It's a terrible thing that's happened. It's so sad what's happened. Even using the Department
Parents.
of Justice against parents who object. It's a terrible thing that's happened. It's so sad.
Using the Department of Justice against parents who object to what exactly? To. I mean, if they. I mean, yeah. Again, it's all very vague. It's like it's all this victim complex bullshit. It's like, oh yeah, we're all such victims, aren't we? Yeah, we're the real victims here. It gets pretty old pretty fast.
Sad what's happening. When I'm in
Pretty
the White
sad.
House, our schools
Sad.
will cease pushing critical race theory as they were.
Critical
Radical
race
centers.
theory.
And gender insanity.
Yeah, CRT is so 2021, dude. Yeah, we're all past that. We're all like talking about trans shit now.
Or if they do that, they will lose
Oh,
all
he's
federal
doing it.
funding, but we'll get them to stay.
It's a gender insanity, gender
And I will
sickos.
be the president who finally fixes
spoke too soon.
education in America. We were doing great. We were starting to really get it right. We will not let men, as an example, participate in women's sports. Is that okay? No men. No men.
Oh, there it
My
is.
people tell me,
No
"Sir,
men
this
in
is
women's
politically
sports.
incorrect
What
to
about
say."
women in men's sports? Huh? What about that?
I said, that's okay, I'll say it anyway, if you don't mind.
That'd be hot.
We will defend the rights of parents, and we will defend the family as the center of American life. And unlike Biden possibly getting us into World War III, which can seriously happen,
World War
I will keep
III.
America out of foolish and unnecessary foreign wars.
Oh yeah, believe me, if I were president, I would have just let Russia take over Ukraine. Just let them have it, folks. It's the easiest solution, less bloodshed. Unironically though, that would be what he would do, right? I mean, he's basically saying like, oh, just let Russia take over Ukraine, because like I don't want to get into World War III. I mean, yeah, that's basically yeah.
Just as I did for 4 straight years. I will push for a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. It's time. It's time.
Term limits. What about limits on the Supreme Court justices? That would be good. Honestly, like term limits on Congress members, not a bad idea, honestly. But like, wouldn't that be bad for Republicans too?
Bro, he said that last time.
Oh yeah, he did say that last time, and yeah, it's not gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Why would Congress kneecap itself? Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Said that last time. He ran on this last time. He's so corny.
Taxpayer funding of campaigns.
You corny motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah, you're never gonna do shit. Yeah, it's obvious.
Former members of Congress and
Sorry, I don't fucking believe it. Okay, sorry. I've been lied to too many fucking times by this man.
Now I see what they make. They leave
I've
the
seen
White
it.
House, or they leave Congress, and they're paid millions and millions and millions of dollars a year.
Millions and
Now, you have
millions
to have
and
a ban.
millions.
We want a ban on members of Congress getting rich by trading stocks with insider information.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
yeah.
I'm so. Oh, dude,
And many
he's
of
doing
our great
populism
members
so
agree with
good.
that. They
Yeah,
actually
he's.
agree.
Oh yeah, no, oh no, he's doing the populism angle again. Yeah, but I don't know if he's got it anymore. I don't know if he's got it in him.
With that, and of course, we will do whatever
Such
it takes
great
to bring
policies,
back
he will
honesty,
never do them.
confidence and trust in our elections.
Bro, this dipshit literally ran on closing the carried interest loophole. Like, just stop.
I will immediately demand voter ID,
guys-
same-day voting.
you guys
and
literally
only paper
forgot.
ballots.
See? Two, like, left-wing economic populist policies he'll never do, and then one right-wing populist policy he'll probably never do either.
Only
Yeah,
paper
but he might.
ballots.
Oh,
country's a laughing
there it
stock
is.
right now.
Only paper
But our
ballots.
country can be greater
talked about
than it
that.
ever was before.
We're not-
By a lot. There will be more, much more to come in the months ahead. There are so many things we can do. Many of them are not even hard to implement. The journey ahead of us will not be easy. Anyone who truly seeks to take on this rigged and corrupt system will be faced with a storm of fire that only a few could understand. Right? I happen to have some children in the front row. They understand.
A fire storm
Oh, one boy,
is coming.
stand up, Eric.
The storm is coming. That's Q shit. Oh, you know he's appealing to the Q audience so hard.
Ew, okay, he's gonna lose. That's it. It's over. He recognized Eric Trump. He's the worst one.
We will be
Yeah, Eric is the most mid son. I mean, yeah, Don Jr. is like the meme lord, right?
resisted by the combined forces of the establishment, the media, the special interests, the globalists, the Marxist radicals, the
Globalist
woke
Marxist
corporations,
radicals, the
the
woke
weaponized power
corporations.
of the federal government, the colossal political machines,
The woke corporations. Oh yeah, he's hitting all the high notes.
the tidal wave of dark money, and the most dangerous domestic
Dark money. Is he against dark money now? Since when?
censorship system ever created.
And also, where are all these Marxists? Where are the Marxists? Where? Yeah, if only there were Marxists in charge of the Democrat Party.
By man or woman, the most dangerous system we've ever had. We will be attacked, we will be slandered, we will be persecuted just as
Be
I have
persecuted.
been. I mean, I have been, but many people in this room have been. But we will not be
Many people.
intimidated. We will persevere. We will stand tall in the storm. We will march forward into the torrent. And we,
Stand tall
the end,
in the
will
storm
win. Our country
that
will
we
win.
created.
We will win. I am asking for your vote. I am asking for your support. And I am asking for your friendship and your prayers.
Your
This
friendship. I want to be
very
friends with
incredible
you.
but dangerous journey.
Please be my
If our
friends.
movement remains united and confident, then we will shatter the forces of tyranny and we will unleash the glories of liberty for ourselves.
The
and for our
forces of
children
tyranny.
and for
You are the
generations
tyrant,
yet to
dude.
come. America's golden age is just ahead, and together
America's
we will
golden
make
age.
America powerful again.
Say it. Make America great
we will
again.
make
America
wealthy.
Wealthy again.
That's it.
We
He's
will
hitting the high
make
notes. He's hitting the last notes.
America strong.
I can't
again.
wait to see
Strong.
what Fox News has
Make
to say
it
about this.
We
By the
will
way.
strong
make
again.
America proud again.
Proud again.
Nappa!
We
He's
will
saying
make
it. He's gonna say it.
America safe again.
Safe
I
again.
won't say that one.
We will make America glorious again.
Glorious. Glorious.
And we will make
America
America
great again.
Thank you.
Oh my
He
god,
said
the
it.
dick riding, bro.
Thank you.
I mean, people in the chat were saying that's mid, that's underwhelming, and to them I say,
It kind of is. Yeah. I mean, yeah, people are saying like Trump just does not have that 2016 energy anymore. Yeah. He's yeah, Ron DeSanctimonious.
Welcome, everybody. It is
Ron DeSanctimonious. That's a weak nickname. Ron DeStinky was right there. Yeah. Sanctimonious. Yeah. Most Trump supporters probably don't even know the word sanctimonious. They're like, whoa, it's a big word. It's too big for me, bro.